Welcome back for the final quarter of the GDFL match of the day here at Godfrey Street Oval, with Anakie having a commanding lead on the scoreboard. Of course, this quarter brought to you by Corio Village News Agency. Our mate Ray Edwards out there for all your needs and cards. He's got everything out there, Ray Edwards. He's the man to see. The scoreboard shows 16-8-104. Anakie at three-quarter time, leading Thomson 3 goals straight, 18 points. And Shane, all I can say is thank Christ they've kicked straight.
Well, they're damn lucky.
Well, they showed a bit of fight early in the game, but it's just been one-way traffic ever since. They've controlled the air, have Anakie, through the agency of the Bissetts and also Welsh. Bounced down the centre. Darryl Bissett's in the ruck now. Up he goes. Jumped about 1 inch. Got the knockdown to Stephen Green. In trouble. Hand passes defensively, actually, backwards. He's got supporters streaming down the ground as Gogol. Kicked away from Gogol on this occasion. Back it goes to Broadford, who had a very nice third quarter. He punt kicks high towards centre wing. No mark claimed there for Thomson.
The ball.
A little hand pass goes towards Allen, and the umpires paid a free kick. I think it's going Thompson's way.
David Burke's got the ball, son of horse trainer Kelvin.
Son of horse trainer of Kelvin. Well, there you go.
Burke kicks at the centre wing where he's found Hall by himself. Hall, once again, they've got nothing to go to, but he's found Sticks Gann. Yeah, he fumbled what he should have taken. Jeff Totten butters up and kicks forward towards Flynn. Flynn knocks it forward, but intercepted by Dean Cale. Cale's got space to run here. He's got no one to kick to, though. He kicks it in the way of Scott Simon, and he takes an easy mark.
And he's been an impressive player, and he marks this one short of the defensive side of centre wing. Simon now spears the pass into the centre of the ground. The kick's a good one. He's found his teammate Mark Gavin, who's been lively since he come onto the ground. He takes the mark, goes out. Brotherly love gives it to Phil Gavin out there, wide at centre wing. He punt kicks down towards half forward, and he's found a mate there marking. I'll just pick him up, and as he spins on that left foot, he punt kicks long towards the forward zone. Up goes Sir Robert Menzies, knocks it to the ground. Bath left one behind. Rebound turn, got a little kick in out towards outside the defensive 50. Stephen Green drops the mark, but butters up nicely. Spears the pass out of the heap, and the heap's got it short of centre half forward. Actually, just right on centre half forward. Got a kick from about 51 metres out from goal. What's the betting? He might go for the pass to brother Corey.
I dare say not.
You think he's within range?
Yeah, well in range, Darryl. Beautiful kick of the footy.
Nice pass from Stephen Green. A couple of times Bissett's called for it, and a couple of times Stephen Green's given it to him. You're playing again next week, Stephen Green. Don't worry about that. Bissett played on, run around the man of the mark. Now chips it across the face of goal. Not particularly effective on this occasion. Player claimed high there as he ran for the footy. He's going to get the free kick. Is that young Armstrong?
Young Armstrong. I think he was interfered with young Jason Flynn there.
Yeah, just got one across the chops there for Armstrong, and he'll take the free kick deep in defence.
Yeah, he goes to clear the ball. He goes across the face of goal and kicks it out towards David Burke, but Phil Gavin has metres on him. He runs away from the mark and kicks it in towards the centre where Flynn goes up and takes a good strong mark for mine. Not paid by the umpire.
Oh, not paid!
Comes to the ground. Hall knocks the ball in the direction of the boundary line and finds it.
Gee, that was a good gutsy mark, I thought, by Flynn backing back into the pack there and getting claimed over the top and everything. But no mark. It was paid. And out of bounds she goes. Forward pocket position. Well, she's doing the ruck work. Knocked down to the ground. Here's a chance for big Sir Robert Menzies. Sir Robert gathers and punt kicks the ball back out of defence. Spills past Stephen Green. A clean bowled him. Picking it up here. Talk about a bowler. Here's Bissett hitting the hand pass across. Kicking up the ground as Kevin Green down to the forward pocket. Up goes Corey Bissett. Grabs it. Left foot snapshot. Is it going to come back and up with the breeze? No siree. 1 point only. That's the first blemish of the day off the boot of Corey Bissett. 8 goals, 1 his personal tally. And Anakie go further ahead on the Corio Village News Agency scoreboard. Ray Edwards out there at Corio Village with the news agency. Magnificent array of cards out there. If you need a card for any occasion, he's the man to see.
I'll remember that next time I'm out there. Glenn Menzies kicks out from full back in the direction of Hall. Mick Carter goes over the back and gets paid a free kick against. And Peter Hall will take the free kick at centre half back for Anakie.
Green now gives the ball back to Hall at centre half back. Chips
Hall
it out
kicks
wide.
It out to Darryl Allen. Darryl Allen's on centre wing. He goes short in again, but to Mick Gann. And Mick Gann pulls in a one-hander. He gives the handball off to Burke. Burke running forward. Backall misses the lead, and his man just stays there. There goes Costello. Might have been pushed in the back by Gardner. Gardner wrestles Backall for it. But Gardner's taken, but hasn't got the ball there. Sticks Gann. Drummer of Rant. Played at the Queen of the West every Sunday. He overruns the ball, and the ball goes out of bounds. And in for a throw-in.
And don't forget, of course, the Queen of the West got the replay on at 7:30. At 7:30, I think, every Monday night out there, the Queen of the West. The replay of the game today on GDFL Footy, brought to you by Guest Video, is on out there. Good people out the Queen of the West. Here's the hand pass coming out. Green lets it go for Simon on this occasion, who gathers nicely, runs across half back and takes a bounce and kicks a lovely pass towards the centre wing position. Got a teammate leading out. They take the mark. What a play on quickly to Anakie through the agency here of going down the ground. Flynn, he chips one over the top. A nice kick too. They're doing it too easy, Anakie, for mine. And the mark taken here by Mickey Carter. A hacking side of centre wing. The kick is not too good. And that who was that back one? No, it was not. Hall it was. Take the mark. His kick is as bad as the one that he received, and the mark taken by Simon, who adds yet another possession to his tally for the day. Ungo logs a long bomb with the left foot. Out comes Corey Benson and the bike pants, and he takes the mark. They tell me he's crook every time he runs for the ball. He's almost vomiting. He's got a very bad flu situation, but he hasn't done badly. He's kicked 8-1. How'd he beat me? He was fit.
He'd have 15.
Okay, Corey Bissett grabbed that one with the one grab. We talked about that before, Shane.
Yeah.
That was a very good mark. Running flat out at the ball. They're hard to take. The kick wasn't particularly good. And that one's worse. He kicked it straight to his opponent there. It's Sir Robert Menzies, who took the mark. He was on the mark. Played on immediately. Got it. His kick wasn't too hot. Comedy of errors. Comes back to Broadfoot. Broadfoot goes bang with the right foot, and he's kicked it down. And Thomson take a mark in defence.
Goes across the face of goal into the Demopolis direction. He doesn't. He drops what he should have taken. Phil Gavin butters up and is tackled strongly without the ball and been awarded a free kick.
Well, Johnny Demopolis should have held that one.
Yes, very, very poor effort. Not so much the effort, but should have taken it. He's been given 50 yards, Johnny. This will bring Gavin right in line of the goal square. I think it's against Mick Gann or Craig Gann. I'm not quite sure who it's against.
Yeah, it didn't give the ball back. That was what the secret was, and that's pretty basic stuff, Shane. I mean,
yeah.
You played a bit of footy, you know, you've got to give it back straight away. It's my wife down here gives me a bit of a wave. She's come to check up on me. Thank God Brady's not here. She might have found something. But this is Gavin going to take the free kick.
Mick Gann's been sent off for Thomson. Obviously disputing the umpire's call.
Yeah, I think Mickey might have been the one that threw the ball back well wide of Gavin on that occasion.
I think he might have been giving the umpire a bit of lip.
Well, he didn't give the 50.
No.
Didn't give the 50. Chips it in short, does Gavin, and easy as you like. This is a bit too easy.
Mark Gavin.
And Mark Gavin bobs up and takes the mark. Well,
he's going to give it back.
No, he's not. Here comes Mark Gavin. Unloads with the right foot. He's hooked it across the face of goal. Up goes Walshy trying to take the big mark. Corey Bissett gathers. It might have been through, I think you'll find. Yep, 1 point only on the board. We'll put that down to Mark Gavin as the ball sailed through for a point as getting up high. Walsh tried to tap it back to Bissett, but 1 point goes on the board and Menzies will take this kick in.
He kicks it in and finds Lehman. Lehman sitting under for a while and takes a good mark in the back pocket. He doesn't get on with it too quickly, but it is hot and it is near the end of the day. He kicks short into Hall. Hall takes a good strong grab, unopposed. He's looking up forward for movement from Collins. Collins leading in towards the centre. He's gone short now. There are 2-on-1 situations occurred, and Scott Simon takes the easy mark. He puts it on the left boot, finds Jolly. Jolly misses. He's under a bit of pressure there from Hall and gives away a free kick who didn't have control of the ball.
Had the sun right in the eyes there, yeah. Brendan Jolly. I just looked up to see what was coming from. Pretty awkward out there for some players here. Up at the top of the pack, Broadfoot almost gathered one. Terry Nankervis gathered. Had a quiet day since the first quarter. In trouble. Paddles the hand pass back.
He hasn't got his mouth guard in properly. What's the point of it?
It's a chance for Lindsay Barb. He gathers the footy, kicks up towards the half-forward flank, looking there for the players at a dirty day, and Tommy Ritchie's still trying down there as Tom taken away here. Oh, bending one back with the left foot. The kick's all right there from Darren Dench, but the whistle had sounded. Shane, I think a free kick's been paid.
Yeah, free kick off the ball. I don't know who do though.
It's against Tommy Ritchie's, I think you'll find.
The day continues for Tom. Dirty as buggery. Anyway, it's cross-face to goal. Jamie Allen has been chased out by Denchy. Not under too much pressure. He wobbles a kick up forward to Mark Gavin. It misses him. Everyone's missed it. Dean Lehman picks up. He goes back on his preferred right foot. Gets around another one. He's in the true centre position. Short passes to Dave Collins, who gives it off to the roving Demopolis. Demopolis has a long shot at goal, but it's going to be marked on the last line defence by Michael Gibbons.
Yep. Good play there from Thomson too. Well, let's give him a bit of credit. They moved that ball very well down there. Unfortunately, the kick not having enough carry, not quite straight enough from Johnny Demopolis, but there was a bit of heart in that one. They really put the ball forward quickly. Gibbons now kicks...
now, why can't he kick it there?
Well, you would have thought that was over the man on the mark. No, it was not.
Well, why can't he kick it sideways?
Well, I could fill Dare up here to explain it because it just holds up play, doesn't it? Yeah. Here's the kick. This time he finds Stephen Green on the far side of the ground who marks, and Green plays on immediately. Gets the hand pass over the top there, looking for Jeff Totten. Couldn't handle it, but he played for the safety. Play percentage, just headed for the boundary line, and it's out of bounds on the pavilion side of the ground. That's to please my old mate Shane Grabs, who tells me it's not a grandstand at all.
That's right, David. You finally learned it. It's a pavilion. John Demopoulos takes it out of the ruck and gets a right-footed kick up to Tommy Ritchie's direction. Heavy clash and Mick Carter's gone down. Scott Simon picks up, clears, puts it up to centre forward where Welsh will do battle with Armstrong. Well picked up by Lindsay Barnes. Gets around Big Welshie. Kicks it back to where it came from in the direction of Steve Green, and he takes an easy mark. Plays on. Gets around Tommy Ritchie. Gives out a left footer to Neville Gogol, who makes up some ground but doesn't quite take the mark. Out to the other Green, Kevin Green. He picks up. He's got room to move. He goes into the centre half forward where Armstrong will do battle with Welsh again. But he's paid a free kick, the umpire, for I don't know what.
Yeah, well, Welshie was caught behind on that occasion and was trying to drag the player back and getting a bit tired, the big fella, and Armstrong gets the free kick, plays on with a hand pass to Burke, and Burke goes on right foot towards centre wing. But look, at this stage of the game, perhaps they should be trying to set up something by going straight down the ground. Not much point going at the pavilion side of the ground all the time,
no,
Shane.
That's right.
No value at all. It's out of bounds, another boundary throw in.
Demopoulos does battle with Heap, but Heap moves him off the ball. Simon picks it up, kicks it into Stephen Green. Green goes forward into the centre forward, looking for Welsh. Over Welsh's head, running onto it is... Who's that?
Jolly, the big fella.
Yeah. Well done by Glenn Mingy. He clears the ball, created the loose man here, Dean Lehman. Berkey runs around. He should have given the first handball, but he's gone too far. Now he's paid for it too high.
Well, lucky to get out of that because it wasn't good play, was it?
No, not at all. Had the loose man.
The loose man was on, tried to beat one too many. You would just wonder what was going through his head. He got lucky. He got the free kick. We'll give him that. He kept playing the ball. Kicks it across towards Demopoulos, who marks it in half-back. Plays on with a hand pass here to David Burke. Yeah, down the ground he goes. Up towards half-forward. Oh, got the shock of his life here. Denchie got the shock of his life. It hit him on the chest. He plays on and kicks it to the goal square. Is that a mark? No, it's not. Down close to the boundary line. Was that Gann, it looked like, was it?
Matt Gardner.
Matt Gardner it was, the 25, not the 35. And he's put it through for 1 point, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, offline, 1 point only.
That takes Thomson on to 3-1-19. Its total amount of aggregate points last week was 2-7-19. So they haven't improved at all today.
Well, yeah, the kick out comes straight out. And this boy's played very well for 4 quarters, especially the second half, as Scott Simon marks on his own, punt kicks. He puts the foot right in with 2. Goes out wide, though, towards centre wing. Looking out there for the little fellow in Beggs. He couldn't take the mark on that occasion. Stephen Green's in there. It's pushed along the boundary line. Anakie got the numbers out here. If they can gather possession of the footy, can't do so. Hand pass comes back in the direction here of, who's that coming out of defence, Shane?
David Burke.
Burke it is. Gets the hand pass across. Chipping in as Bissett. Just charges away easy as you like. He's had a rest since half-time, but he set it up early. Punt kicks towards Welsh at centre half forward, who's getting very tired and playing about 3 metres behind the big fella. A chance here for Thomson to clear the ball on the far side of the ground, but interception is good. Kick is not good from Broadfoot. Out of bounds on the full pavilion side of the ground towards the other scoreboard, which hasn't been updated for some time.
No.
In the last quarter, of course, the Corio Village News Agency scoreboard shows 3 goals, 19 points on the board to Thomson. Gee, it's hard to see this one. Looks like 16 goals, 10, 106. I've got it for Anakie.
That's it. Johnny Demopoulos ended up with the ball on centre wing. He goes across the ground, finds Peter Hall unattended and takes the mark. This is where it starts falling down. It has fell down all day. Hall kicks it up forward towards Nankervis, and he takes a strong mark, Terry Nankervis.
Would that be his first mark for the day? I've called Terry Nankervis on many occasions, and he really is a good mark. That might be his first for the day, I think.
Could well be, but he finds Johnny Demopoulos, who's battled hard all day for times. He's going to give the handball here. If he doesn't, he should. Here it goes. He goes to Cale. Cale goes wide here to Lehman. Lehman takes a chest mark. He's gone back inboard. He's played on, and he's looking for Backle, but Backle's ran under the ball, and they've cleared it through the agency of Gibbons. Gibbons kicks it off the ground in the direction of Bissett. Bissett picks up and it doesn't take control and runs the ball out of bounds in the half-forward flank for Thomson.
Getting pretty hot out there for the heap. He wasn't too worried about that one going out of bounds, I don't think. He'll probably do the ruck work here as the boundary umpire prepares to recommence proceedings. He does so now and throws it in. Bissett does in fact do the ruck work, knocked it down. Not to the advantage of Stephen Green on this occasion. Little Gavin's in there, thrown off the foot. He must take the free kick. And Gavin will go back and take the free kick at left half back.
He's paid advantage.
Paid the advantage. He has too.
Clears out of the back line, kicks up towards Flynn and Berkey. Berkey gives a free kick, probably what you call a professional free kick to slow the play up. Totten's followed on. He runs on. He wants a goal, Jeff Totten. I can see it in his eyes. But he plays on. He has a mongrel kick towards Stephen Green. And there's no pressure. He gets around one Tiger, gets around another, gives it to Totten. Totten on the left foot, goes straight to Bissett. Menzies once again punches the ball away. Lehman jumps in front of Totten and the ball's forced out of bounds, but the umpire's paid another soft free kick to Lehman.
Well played, Jeff Totten. He started that at half back and continued right down to the forward zone. Had to come back to him off the chest there of Bissett after the fist away for us from Menzies. Look, he might have even been having a shot for goal. Well played, Jeff Totten. He now stands the mark as the kick goes out towards half back. Flynn goes up and punches the ball away from Burke. Well played by Flynn. Good defensive skills there. Spills free. Here's a chance for Stephen Green. Has to get back on that right foot. Steadies. Punt kicks long towards goal mouth. Who's that under the ball? Beggs, is it? He takes the mark.
Yep.
He's going to be on an acute angle, though, I think, Shane. Just wait and see. He turns around. I'm pretty sure that's Beggs. It is. Not much of him down there, but he's certainly been lively. Yes. And he's going to be on a fairly acute angle. Now, for a right footer, can he thread this one through?
Should be able to from there, I would say. Cookie, you probably have time to run around. There's not too many Thomson people around there, where they should be. But I'd be running around on the right and banging it through.
Spoken like a true back pocket player, and this one is kicked. I'd suggest like a back pocket player also. 1 point only goes on the board to Ben Beggs. 2 goals to the personal tally. As I said, been quite lively down there in that forward pocket position. But on that occasion, not doing what the orator would have done. Run around and banged it through on the right foot. You're the worst kick I ever saw. What are you talking about?
On the right foot, I am.
On the right.
I agree with you.
On the right foot. Kick out towards there. Curvis at half back. He's up in front and takes the mark this time in front of Phil Gavin.
That'd be his second mark. The other one was his first. He kicks it towards the centre into no one, really, but Berkey makes half an attempt. He gets control of it. Playing for a free kick. Berkey handballs out. It comes to Jeff Totten. He's still creeping up and towards that forward line. He wants a goal, and Totten kicks it out of bounds and for a throw in a half forward line for Anakie.
Good on you, Jeff. The supporters are screaming here. Well played. He's been a good player across half-back. So too his veteran cohort in Neville Gogol. They've certainly set up many forward attacks for the Anakie Football Club as the boundary umpire commences it again. Up goes Simon. Does knock it very far. Rebounds off Dan Curvis. Ball goes close to the fence. Player for mine held without it there, Peter Hall. Play on the call. It's gone out of our vision here. Stephen Green has now brought it back into vision with a kick off the ground towards centre half forward. Oh, look at the heap. No, that wasn't the heap at all. It was the big fella coming through
Jolly.
there. Jolly with a left foot kicked out of the forward zone. Now the umpire's found a free kick. I think it's going to go the way of Thomson here. Gee, he looked like Bissett crashing his way through the pack there, didn't he, Brendan Jolly? He's put on a pound or two. They've got a few strong men out there.
Yeah, they have got a few big men, but they don't all go okay.
And they can all play, yeah.
Kale clears it out of the back line for Thomson, and Mick Gant back on the ground after a spell on the bench after being sent off.
Forced layoff, they call that. Yeah.
He kicks in towards Lindsay Bath. Lindsay fumbles early, but gets back on with it. There's stick scan against Neville Gogol, but Neville too strong and too good for sticks.
Yeah, playing in front there, Neville Gogol, and reading the play very nicely indeed.
He goes long in the centre forward where Welshie's got the sit and takes a nice mark looking into the sun. Big Johnny to mop and Welshie. They'd be just about Cactus Jack, I'd say.
I'll enjoy. I'll tell you what, get at the news agency up there at Ray Edwards. He might have a can in the back fridge. I wouldn't be surprised. They'd probably enjoy one right about now. I know Welshie would. I know him pretty well. He punt kicks long with right foot into the forward zone. Corey Bissett's up. Oh, he's hurt himself, Corey Bissett. Yeah, down he goes. Play on as the ball spills out free. Goes too far on this occasion for Scotty Simon. And that might be Carl, is it, taking the mark. He's in trouble, Corey Bissett. He's still sitting on the ground. We'll get back to him as the play goes out to Nan Curvis on centre wing, and he takes the mark.
Curvis takes mark number 3. If the other two are his first two. Richie's takes control of the ball against Bradford, but the ball comes to Gogol. Over to Totten again. Totten finds, looks like Flynn up here, or Beggs. Beggs it is. He gives it off to Phil in the direction of Phil Gavin. He goes onto his trusty left foot and boots it up towards Jolly. And Jolly takes a good mark in front of Petkovic.
Yeah. Easy to see on screen, but not easy to see from our position here. Yeah. 19 plays 106 on the Ray Edwards scoreboard, the Corio Village News Agency scoreboard. In comes Jolly, puts the boot into it. It's a long kick from Jolly, deep into the goal mouth. At the back of the pack, Bissett's got up. He's all right, I can tell you. He's taken the mark, plays on, gets it back to Welsh, who takes the mark, and unselfish play from Corey Bissett. Not too many full forwards like passing the footy. My mate here, Shane Grabs, is having a yawn. I can tell you he was out late at the Argyle last night, but he's all right now. You wake up, Shane? Here. He's all right. A mark taken by Welshie. In goes the big fella. He bobs run through. His first for the day. Anakie go further ahead, and well, they've been pretty impressive against, well, I'm going to call it pretty mediocre opposition.
Yes, it's just a struggling time for us at the moment at Thomson.
Ray Edwards scoreboard, the Courier Village News Agency scoreboard, 3-1, 19 points for Thomson, 17 goals, 10, 112 on the board for Anakie, picking up some important percentage.
There, easy percentage, no real opposition at all. You know, the first quarter they battled on hard, but since then it's been all Anakie, and they run out deserved winners here today. Well, they will run out easy and deserved winners.
Yeah, they've been pretty impressive. They've got plenty of strength around the ground, haven't they? And the little fellas have played all right. Young Phil Gavin's done very well. I've been impressed with his game. Bounced down to the centre. Bissett's doing the ruck work. Beaten for Bottom-Upples on this occasion. Not the straight to his feet, no advantage. Bissett give it across nicely to Gavin. The boy we're just talking about. He kicks one into half forward. This player's had a few kicks too. And this is Flynn. Flynn now spears the ball. Clever kick by Flynn. Saw it looks like Simon is taking the mark at centre half forward. Had a lead on, did Flynn, but ignored that and popped it back over the players' heads. And this fella, Scotty Simon, been very impressive. He's going to line up for his second goal of the day.
Yes, he's been very impressive. Nearly the best man on the ground, nearly for mine, but he strays in that occasion and kicks it right across the face of goal for 1 goal. 1 point actually. That takes it tally to 1-2, and Anakie's to 17-11 at Thomson 3-1.
Rocky's 24-hour lost mid-time clock. Clock is just ticking away. Tick, tick, tick it goes. Getting close towards the end of this game, and we wanted the ball to come back in the play. 17-11 place, 3 goals, 1 on the Ray Edwards Courier Village News Agency scoreboard. Infringement here. Jason Flynn takes the resultant free kick or mark, whatever you like, at centre half forward. Punt kicks in towards Bissett, knocked away from him. Here comes Sir Robert Menzies. He's been a grand player for them all day, been their best trier, I'd suggest, along with Mickey Gann. He punt kicks wide towards centre wing. Bissett running onto the footy. Daryl Bissett, you're very pleased to see that bounce over the line, so he didn't chase it too hard, and it's a boundary show in on the far side of the ground.
Centre wing, far side of the ground. Demopoulos does battle with Bissett. Bissett wins it, goes to Mickey Gann for his umpteenth touch for the club. He kicks a high ball, but it goes straight into Neville Gogol's chest, and Neville takes an easy, uncontested mark. Half forward line for Thomson on the pavilion side. Looking for a lead up forward. He's found one in the way of Welsh, but it doesn't quite make him. Intercepted by Carl. He knocks it out towards Stevie Green. Steve Green handballs in the way of young Flynn, I think, or Beggs, but Hall takes control and he's going to get paid or rewarded for not having the ball, young Peter. He's done a not bad job since half-time, Hall. He's had a couple of kicks, but...
that was Bully gave away that free kick. He's been quiet since about halfway through the second quarter. Yeah, had a very good start to the game, didn't he?
Yeah.
But hasn't gone on with the job at all. Might have been on the bench for some stage, I would think.
Grab.
Here's the ball out towards the centre wing position. The grab, as a good grab, called, taken by Dean Lehman. He punt kicks the ball towards half forward. Now, free kick here to Darren Dench, who's just getting a bit of blood out of the left nostril. I'd suggest he might have got one just a touch high. Certainly made it evident to the umpire. And Dench, with the free kick, tries to set something up. Spears it, a pass here to big Johnny Demopoulos, and he takes the mark. Centre of the ground. Now, he swung it out wide. They're trying to set something up for possession straight across the ground. Failing to take the mark is Petkovic on this occasion, and it's down towards half forward now for Thomson. 3 possessions there straight across the ground. I don't know if that's the way to go, Shane.
No, we've gained nothing. Absolutely nothing. But Mick Gann's, they've still got possession, I suppose. That's one thing.
Yeah,
if we've got it, they have it.
Yeah, free kick to Mickey Gann. Let's go with a spiral. A big left foot punt kick down to the forward zone. Up goes Bradford, knocks the ball to the ground. He goes after it again. The big fella Bradford pushes it out. There's a chance there for kicking up the ground. The little fella Bath couldn't get his boot to the ball. And Anakie just too strong in defence. They're running it out well, aren't they? That's Simon again, running the ball out of defence. Lovely kick to centre wing. Flynn takes the mark and plays on. Runs away from Armstrong. Down towards Bissett. Too far for him. Bouncing onto the ball. Bissett might get a free kick here.
What for?
Being held. Now, which way has he seen this one? He's gone the other way. And the free kick's going to Sir Robert Menzies. Yeah. He takes the free kick. I thought it might have been the other way.
So do I. Anyway, it goes across to Petkovic. He spills what he should have taken. He handballs on forward in the direction of Burke. Burke picks up, gets around one, has a bounce, gets around another, ducks back in, gives the handball to Johnny Demopoulos. He's winding up. Motley gives a handball to Dean Cale. Cale running through centre, kicks in the direction of Nankervis, and Nankervis pulls in a good mark.
Yep,
It's
fourth mark for the quarter.
And for the game.
Yeah, and for the game, yeah. All his marks in the 1 quarter here. Nankervis trying to lift the side. Punt kicks, right foot kick. Walsh goes up, uses the fist to good effect. At the bottom of the pack there, coming out of defence. That looks like the Costello. He's a strong player, likes to go straight ahead. Kicks it out to centre wing. Here's Simon again. He'll have a sore foot, this kid. Takes the mark, takes a bounce. Punt kicks deep towards centre half forward. The target was Booley. He's up, can't mark. At the bottom of the pack, Beggs picks up. Beggs goes bang. Beggs goes boom. Beggs misses, 1 point only. Dean Beggs, 2 goals, 3 on the board, his personal tally for the day. Geez, lively down there.
Yeah, he started the game off real lively.
He's what I call a nose picker. He sort of leans against the point post for a while, picks the nose, all of a sudden, out he goes, he gets a kick. You've got to watch them blokes. They kick 4 or 5 goals before you know where you are. Here's Nankervis taking another mark. He's come to life since we dragged him.
Hasn't he what? He kicks it in towards Dave Collins and makes a strong mark. He's got nowhere to go, but he finds somewhere in Mick Gann. Mick Gann, he'd have a sore foot. He's had a few kicks for the club today.
Yep.
He kicks it up to Tommy Rich. He's had a dirty day and it continues. He gets a round 1 tackle. He kicks it a bomb of a kick. I'd say that might even be his first kick at senior footy. Lindsay Barr flies over the top, picked up by Backle. Backle onto Denchi. Denchi goes to have another shot at goal. Runs into Matt Gardner. Matt Gardner tries flicking it back to Backle, but Stick Scan picks up and has a shot at goal, and Neville Gogol will see it. No, he's going to keep it play. He saves on the last line of defence, kicks it into Green. Green takes a good chest mark. He runs through the centre and finds this bloke, fair dinkum, moves on him.
Here comes Simon, away he goes. Armstrong too late with the tackle. The kick goes down too far there, but Beggs the back of the pack. Corey Bessett backs up. He goes back on the right foot. It's better back. I'll tell you what, he's got a 9. He's got 9. A beautiful kick by Corey Bessett. Oh, well played. And Simon set it all up again after come out of defence, of course, from Gogol. But Simon's played sensational game.
Yeah, he has. But it was all set up, like you said, Neville Gogol down there. The very last line of defence got the kick to Green and set it up with Stevie Simon, Scott Simon, sorry. And, yeah, they've run away here from Thomson.
There it is, the Corio Village News Agency scoreboard. 18 goals, 12, 120 points on the board to Anakie. 3 goals, 1 only on the board to Thomson. Kicked 2 goals last week, 3 this week. The club's down. They need your support. Need to fight back. Bounce down on the centre of the ground. Simon's thrown up the foot as he tried to get out towards Gavin. Gavin paddles on, pushed in the back behind. Play on as the call. Here's the chance for Cale. Picks it up, does Cale. Runs around, has a bounce. Straightens up on the right foot. Goes long to the goal mouth. Which way with the bounce? It bounced the wrong way. 1 point only off the boot there of Dean Cale. He's been a bit of a try for them. Mainly cross half back, but gee, it's been down there that many times. You've got to get a kick if you're playing a defence, don't you?
If it comes down 30 odd times, you're going to get a touch, aren't you? Yeah, not much can be said for Thomson this year. I don't think it's going to be a long, long year.
It looks like Gibbons kicking the ball back into play. Well out over half-back. Simon's the target. He's outmarked by his teammate Broadfoot on this occasion, who takes a beauty, drifting in from the side. 2-on-1. Demopoulos had not much chance there. And the big fella, Mark Broadfoot, who's been quite a good player, takes the mark, kicks up towards, the centre of the ground. The target was Jolly. He can't handle it. The ball rebounds towards Terry Nankervis. Had a pretty good last quarter, I tell you. Kicks the ball out wide, and the mark taken here by a player who's done all right too, Dean Lehman, a player I haven't seen before, and he's been trying hard for Thomson.
Yeah, sorry, Dean Lehman kicks it into centre forward where he finds Mick Gann unattended. Too far out to score. Although sometimes he thinks he's Peter Dacos, Mick. It's the idol, and he's got nowhere to go. He's going to just have to bomb it up there. They're all only running 5 yards.
With all due respect, I reckon he can have 2 kicks and still be a bit short. He's a fair way out from goal. Here he comes, left foot. Yeah, he got under it. Yeah, he kicked it about 3 parts of the way. Not a bad kick from Mick, actually. Into the forward zone. A mark not taken down there. Stacking at the bottom of the pack was Matt Gardner. I think he might have affected a ball up. He didn't let the ball get out, so we'll give him credit for that one.
Yep. Yeah, not a bad player on his day, Matt, but today hasn't been it. Umpire bounce down, Thomson forward pocket. Backwell goes up against Costello, I think, and it's rushed through for a point by Phil Gavin.
Yeah, we'll call that a rush behind, and, not a lot, but I guess it's welcome if you're barracking for Thomson, because at last they've got another score on the board.
That's right.
Kicked 2 goals in the first quarter, and they've just added, 1 goal, 3 cents, I think you'll find. And, waiting on Mickey Gibbons to kick the ball back into play. Elmer's out here making position, but he elects to go to the pavilion side of the ground, and he punt kicks this ball along out towards Big Walsh. He got the handle, couldn't take it. In comes the boy who's trying hard out there, Richie's, knocked away from him, and away goes the little fella, the old fella. Then Totten had to be 4 bounces if you don't mind. How many can you have, Jeffrey? Kicks it in towards the half forward, and Booley takes the mark. Half forward flank, centre wing, or half forward flank, forward pocket position, awkward angle, spears it across. Here's Elmer, made good position up, the drifting down from the defensive side of the ground. Takes a nice mark. He's only 45 metres out from goal. Perhaps 40 metres will be enough. And certainly should score here, Jamie Elmer. He's got 1 goal on the board. 120 plays 21 points on the Corio Village News Agency final quarter scoreboard. And I tell you what, it's 126 plays 21 points because Elmer's put it straight through the middle and no doubt about it. They've been a powerhouse today, the Anakie Roos.
Is that no doubt about it or no doubt about it?
Either way, you can go whichever way you like. I like to go the no doubt about it just to confuse someone now and again.
Yes, that's Jamie Elmer's second goal. I'll make it his second goal. Anakie's 19th. Plays Thomson 3 and
126 plays 21 on the Corio Village News Agency scoreboard. Almost siren time on the of course Rocky's 24-hour locksmith time clock. It's just about gone. The sooner the better, says Shane Grabsis. He's enjoyed calling the game, but he hasn't enjoyed watching his mates not play particularly well. There's the bounce down. Umpire's going to give a free kick. Don't worry about it, son. The siren's gone. It's all over here at Godfrey Street, and Anakie are back on track. A big victory today. A big victory. They needed one. They've just been going along a bit, Anakie, at the present time, but they're back in town. They've got some good players there, and I reckon when the grounds get a bit heavier, they might trouble plenty of sides because we saw perhaps Welsh, Bissett, Jolly, just perhaps die out of a little bit. As I reckon when the grounds get softer, those blokes will be stronger and stronger.
I think so. As the year goes on, like you say, the ground get a bit heavier. They'll see a full game. Not that they didn't see a full game, they just run out of legs there. They went hard early, set the game up for them, and give the Anakie boys a chance to shoot away, which they did, and they won fairly convincingly. What was it, 19-12?
Love to give you the final scores. The kids have taken the scoreboard down that quick. They packed up and gone home. The kids are ready. It's only been gone 30 seconds.
Yeah, 19-12, 126. Anakie defeated Thomson 3-4-22.
Well done, Shane, because I just missed those final scores. That was the final Corio Village News Agency scoreboard. Ray Edwards out there, Corio Village. Thank you for support, Ray. Anakie.
31.
Goal kickers for Anakie. Scott Simon kicked one. Big Walshy kicked one. Stephen Green kicked one. Darryl Bissett got one. Brendan Jolly one. And Phil Gavin one. Multiple goal kickers. 2 to Jamie Elmer, who kicked the final goal of the match. 2 goals also were kicked by Stephen Green. And Corey Bissett at full forward bagged 9 goals, 1 in a sensational effort for a guy who wasn't feeling well. Look, I didn't think he was the best player on the ground by a long way.
No, but not so much far from it, but he wasn't wasn't the best player on the ground.
But he finished beautifully, didn't he? He must have had about 12 or 13 kicks and kicked 9 goals, 1. And you can't do much better than that as a full forward. We see the Anakie boys on screen there. Darryl Bissett's got them in. He's just no doubt gearing them up. I'm not sure who they play. If you can have a look through your record next week, been an important game because they started well, but then had a bit of a slow patch, Anakie. And, well, next week they're going to... I can see Bissett really. Bannockburn. Well, Bannockburn so far undefeated and playing pretty good footy, I believe, too. So that could be a big game out there. Goal kickers for Thomson. Andrew Gardner got one. Darren Dench got one. And Dean Lehman got one. And, well, better players, I thought, for Thomson. Just going down the list as we see them. Johnny Demopoulos was trying hard. Glenn Menzies, I thought, played very well. He went back on to Corey Bissett, a pretty hopeless sort of a task at that stage of the game. He got 5. He did get 4 more, but Menzies was there for 2 and a quarter quarters, I'd say, and he did his bit. Used the fist pretty well. A few of those he couldn't stop. I thought at times Carl was okay across half back. Terry Nankervis, not his best day today. Last quarter okay. Allen at times did a little bit here and there. Mickey Gam was their second best player, I thought, alongside of the big fella Menzies. Might well have been their best. And Bath did well at times. Whilst for Anakie, Scotty Simon played a great game. Haven't seen him before, played very well. Look, you go through them all. Totten, Welsh, Elmer. Big Walsh, he took a magnificent mark, didn't he, in the centre of the ground there at one stage in that second quarter. Biggs was lively, looked green. Both Greens did all right. Corey Bissett got 9. Darryl Bissett set play up early in the first quarter when he ran pretty hard straight at the ball and did pretty well. And up till half time was probably second best on the ground. Bully at times. Gogol, you go through a lot of them, can't you? Flynn played okay. Yeah. Jolly came into it. Gibbons did his bit. And Phil Gavin, I'm going to give him a bit of rap. I thought he played pretty well too.
They all contributed.
And, Mark Gavin. plenty of contributors. Your votes, Shane, today for the guest video tankards.
Oh,
And, of course, Rocky's 24-hour locksmith give a magnificent plaque mounted up.
Really?
Yeah, that's right. You don't just get a tankard now. You got a magnificent plaque for Rocky's 24-hour locksmiths out there, and they present it at the Queen of the West on Monday night, the
Very
replay.
good. Today, 3 to Scott Simon. I thought he was Anakie's best player consistently over 4 quarters. He just had it on a string, especially in the second half. The first half he wasn't as effective as the second, but he was very good all day. Steve Green, who just kept going and going and going all day, I thought he was their second best. And Corey Bissett for 9 goals, like you summed him up before. That's a good effort. Apologies to Welsh and D Bissett.
Right, you can't fit them all in, can
No.
you? Can you hear me downstairs, Noel? Noel Fanning?
Mate, I can only hear, but when I'm talking to you, I've got to cut Shane out because Ron Brain stole our audio mixer.
Okay, well, if you can give us your votes for today, please, Noel.
I gave, actually, I was a bit like Shane. I gave 3 votes to Scotty Simon for Anakie. I thought he played a fantastic game. And I've gone a little bit different. I've given 2 votes to Daryl Bissett because I thought he was the engine room in the first quarter. Okay, he's a bit obese with his body. He coaches the Anglesea Cricket Club, and he probably learnt that down there to be the
He was obese before he found us.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's not what you'd call a built footballer, but gee, he was the engine room in the first half, and he got him going. And look, I gave 1 vote to number 17 from Thomson, Shane Grapsis, because he picked up that bloke running down the wing with his mouth guard and his hanging out of his gob. Why have a mouth guard in I thought that was good for him to say that. He picked up the umpire on the other side of the ground with his sunglasses on. He also saw a duck flying past the ground today, which I thought was absolutely fantastic.
Oh, jeez, I thought I covered that well.
And he also put heaps of heaps of stuff on number 17 for Anakie today. So all in all, for a bloke who's sitting up here in the commentary box and absolutely done nothing, 15 feet above the deck, and where's number 17 but Thomson, I gave him 1 vote. No, seriously, I gave my 1 vote to number 11 of Anakie in Stephen Green. I thought he played a fair game too.
Okay, well, that would have been the first time a commentator's ever got votes, I'd suggest, but they weren't far off it with ducks flying around and everything up here.
I've got to go. I'll go off the air now, fellas. I'll plug Shane back in. We can't both be on at the same time. Sorry about that.
Thank you very much, Noel Fanning, for votes, and also a bit of humour. Give Shane Grapsis a vote there for a bit of humour we had up here in the commentary box. So Shane's votes 3 to Simon, 2 to Green, and 1 to Corey Bissett. Noel's votes 3 to Simon, 2 to Daryl Bissett, and 1 to Stephen Green. I have given my votes. Have I written them in yet? Yeah, I've given 3 to Scotty Simon for 4 quarters. I thought he's the best player for 4 quarters. Sensational effort. 2 to Paul Welsh, who set the game up in the first quarter and the first half, in fact, with his dominant ruck player marking around the ground. He just did as he liked. He fed it off to all the little fellas. And I gave 1 vote, well, the old fella, Daryl Bissett. I thought that his first half was worthy of 1 vote, although he died right out, of course. But, yeah, and with apologies to Stephen Green. So, no doubt about it, best player on the ground today, according to the guest video commentary team, goes to Scotty Simon. And hope Scotty can get out there to the Queen of the West, where the replay's on, and the old charging your glasses out there too on Monday night. Scotty Simon, 3 votes. Now, we've got to work out the second and third vote. I think we've got 3 points to Daryl Bissett, and we've got 3 points to Stephen Green. So we'll go in this order. We'll go Scotty Simon for 3. We will go Stephen Green for 2 votes, and an APCO Easy Shop guest video tankard, and 1 point to Daryl Bissett for an APCO Easy Shop tankard as well. But the plaque from Rocky's 24-hour locksmith, time clock, and also everything up there. Fix your locks, clocks, even fix you up out there, I reckon, Grapsis. And the 3 points has gone to Scotty Simon. On behalf of the crew up here, we've got, who we got here today? We've got Rob Watson down there on the camera, also Sean Cannon, Noel Fanning pushing the buttons downstairs. My good mate up here, Shane Grapsis. Hope you enjoyed it today, Shane.
Yeah, certainly did, Cookie. Thanks very much.
Okay, and myself, David Cook. Hope you've enjoyed the show. We'll be back next week with another GDFL game in Guest Video's production team.